What's up, boys? So, we just finished at the Georgian restaurant. Wow, the camera quality from the iPhone, probably the sound quality, not nearly as good as the DJI. But with all that said, let's talk about the Georgian restaurant. So, I just finished at the Georgian restaurant. I'd probably give it like 7.5 out of 10. Overall, it's really good food. If you haven't already, smash the like button. Costs you nothing, means the world to me. Okay, back to the video. It's just not my type of food. It's a little carb heavy and just not necessarily the things that I would usually eat, but it was undoubtedly good. Like that, and it's super, super dense and heavy. I couldn't finish my meal.
Maybe let's still put this topic aside and see what's going on, because it will be very different scenario.
Those dumplings were amazing though. They have like a soup inside, and so that's why you have to eat it in a very specific way. I don't know where I'll be putting this part of the video in the video, so maybe you've already seen how you're supposed to eat them, or maybe you will see it after this. But you have to eat them in a very particular way because there's soup inside. So if you just like cut them open, the soup's gonna spill out. But there's a ton of flavor in them, and I really enjoyed that. And then I had that bread thing with butter and egg, which was just way too heavy for me. But you can't really go wrong with a bunch of butter on bread, right? And then the Moldovan, the Georgian wine, that is the star of the show. So Georgia uses a very, very unique process to create their wines. So they're actually known for amber wine. And amber wine is the white wine, but they make it in like a clay pot and they use contact. So if you know about winemaking, in the white wine process, you usually don't have contact so that it keeps the wine clear. And in this process, they use very little intervention, is what the best way I could put it is. And that's what causes it to be more of an amber color. And the white wine was really good, but I am personally a red wine guy. And the red wine's fantastic. So I had a sweet red wine, I had a dry red wine, and I had the house red wine. And I don't remember the specific grape that they used. I'll probably like make it as a comment on this video, or like a thing that just like scrolls out on the bottom. And it was absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love the Georgian wine, the Moldovan wine. The Georgian wine gives me Moldovan wine vibes, probably a little bit similar. I'd have to do like a taste test side by side, because I'm not like that deep into the wine snob world. But undoubtedly fantastic. Would highly, highly recommend that cuisine. But in general, just not necessarily my particular vibe. And I also had a Georgian beer, which was also surprisingly good. Never had Georgian beer before, so that was a bit surprising. And I've never heard anything about Georgian beer, so I was like, might as well just try it. And yeah, I'll throw up the price. It was 100 and some odd. I don't really remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that was a good experience. I would highly recommend Georgian cuisine, especially if you're into dumplings, bread, and they also have like kebabs, which obviously I did not get because I wanted to go with the more traditional experience, and I think that is what I got. So yeah, like I said, don't know where this is going to be in the video, but hope you enjoy. Alright, so I just looked it up actually. They've been using that process to make wine for over 8,000 years. And another fun fact, don't necessarily know what this means, but apparently it is a UNESCO heritage like tradition, something like that, because it is significant to their culture. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting that is the way these clay pots is how they've been making wine for nearly 8,000 years. And so it's significantly different than the traditional winemaking process. Alright, gentlemen, that is gonna wrap up this video. That was my experience with Georgian cuisine, Georgian wine, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash the like button if you haven't already done so. Costs you nothing. Helps me out a lot with the algorithm. Drop a comment down below. And the foods that I had were, I don't remember the name, but I will also put those as a like little, I don't know, scrolling text at the bottom of this video. All right. So as always, we're going to wrap up this video. Peace, much love.